Today we take on the Yarna Desert, which is a very small part of the game, all tucked away in the corner of the map, just 8 simple little squares. And I wish it was a little bigger part of the game than that, but whatever, I'm not going to complain too badly. Okay, they're like the Bomb guys, except not as bad, I guess. Well, they are pretty annoying the way their parts bounce around seemingly forever. And you don't want to touch the cactuses either, because those will also hurt you. They'll make you jump back a little, in fact. Let's go ahead and get whatever he has to give us, and then let's move on, because we have to fight a mini-boss here to get the key to the next dungeon, which is about as far away from here as you can get. Okay, levers. Lever me alone. We're gonna curve around first to here. We're gonna go all the way down to this little corner of the map if Pokey will get out of the way. Nice. Practically no recoil there. Nice. Walk all the way down here. Get rid of these. Pick up one of these rocks. I think it might be the bottom one. Hey, we already have the power bracelet equipped. Okay. And there's yet another secret seashell. We are 3/4 of the way to our wonderful reward. Whatever that may be, because spoilers dictate that I probably shouldn't tell you what that is. Always got to check out one of these guys whenever you see them. Wow. Yeah, they get progressively darker throughout the game. I'm going to stay away from you now, Mr. Owlman. You creep me out. And I'm going to equip the Rock's Feather. And we're going to go in here and fight this giant sandworm. He just kind of jumps through, jumps in and out of the lava. Or, not the lava, the sand. If this were lava, I'd be dead now. But all he does is just kind of go out and go back in, and he's really easy. All you got to do is basically hit him in the head until he's dead. He's a pretty simple boss. Moves very slowly, very easy to escape from. He just takes a bit is all. And you want to do this fight without falling in the middle, at least not yet. And there we go, we got the Angler Key, which is going to get us into the Angler's Tunnel. And now we fall down here. This room looks pretty desolate, but there's actually something to it that we need to be aware of. Well, these guys, first of all, you might want to get rid of them, but if we examine the north wall, there we go. That's the spot I was looking for. That ocarina, it gets in my way. And right at the top of the room, Piece of Heart. We are on our way to the next one. There's also another one near here, but I believe we're going to need the hook shot if we want any chance of getting that. And that's not quite, we're not quite ready for that yet. Yeah, if you go in here, it's useless. You won't be able to do anything. I guess you could get the Piece of Heart a little prematurely, but other than that, not really much use in going in that particular door. Hello. Wow, and I still got hit. Amazing. But that's pretty much it for the Yarna Desert. We got to get out of here now. And first we have to put up with some blather from Hoot, of course. Yes, very observant you. Go now to the mountain waterfall. Sounds good, and we're going to make our way to a new area that we haven't been to yet, a little bit east of Goponga Swamp. And that's going to unlock the Angler's Tunnel, but we're going to have to find a different way in because the door is not just, it's just not like right there in front of you. You gotta, hey Marin, what's up? Entertaining these people? Oh dude, that never fails to amuse me. Dude, what's your favorite song? Well, I think it would be The Divided Sky by Fish, but I don't think you've ever heard of them, so I'm just going to move on and not tell you embarrassing personal things about me anymore. And now we're going to make our way back to Mabe and then north to Goponga Swamp, from which we will make our way east to the Angler Tunnel. Alright, heading out from the Bottle Grotto, that's the easiest landmark for me to explain this from. We want to take the top route. Top route is important because otherwise we'll get just stuck in a dead end down there in that little valley. We want to come around this way. Ignore the stairs for the moment. We will be going up the second flight of stairs we saw in just a second, but we're going to want to keep our power bracelet on, lift this rock, and this is going to take us to the lock, to the keyhole that unlocks the Angler's Tunnel. I think I'm going to ignore that for now, actually. And here we run into Tektites for the first time. Pretty simple as long as they're not jumping all over your face. But there it is. Angler's Tunnel. But there's still no way in at the moment. And I'm kind of sad that I think this is the end of the echoey secret sound. Like you hear the secret sound when you open up a room, but then you hear the echoey version when you open up a dungeon. I think Key Cavern was the last of that, really, and I'm gonna miss that. That's a pretty cool noise in my opinion. But to get into Angler's Tunnel, we're gonna have to go up and around, and for that we're gonna have to go into Tao Mountains. We're gonna want to go up here first, I believe. There might be a guy up here if I recall. Nope, he's later on. And he's going to be the next part of our trading cycle, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself just yet. Let's pop into this cave for a second. Let's bat him away into the pit of despair from which there is no return. And I think there might be a... Nope, I'm thinking of something else apparently. I'm thinking of another room, it seems. Don't want to stand on any of these for too long. You don't want to hang out on here. You just want to push the rocks to the side and get cracking. Lots of rupees to be had in here, though. Lots of enemies that pretty much give away exclusively rupees, if you're into that. We'll get to that one later. Don't worry about that piece of heart just yet. And we will need a hook shot to get that particular treasure chest over there, so don't need to worry about that just yet either. But if we pop outside here, we get 50 rupees. Very nice, and we are well on our way to getting the bow. I believe we're going to be able to get that just as soon as we leave Angler's Tunnel. We should be able to afford it by that point. Okay. There's the guy calling out on the mountain. He looks like he's in trouble. And I think we've seen him before as well. So we're going to make our way up to him real quick before we go into Angler's Tunnel. He's going to give us the next piece of the trading cycle. No love for me today? Pretty sure there's a seashell somewhere up here in the mountains that's easy to get. Speaking of easy to get, not those rupees. We're going to have to ignore those, sadly. But we must not ignore Papal. Yep, Papal got lost, just like he said. If we had talked to him in the quadruplets house when we were giving his wife the Yoshi doll, then he would have said something about the mountains, I think. But, yes, I sure can give you some vittles. Alright. And then we get a little speed-up music, which if this were a sitcom would probably be our cue to laugh at him or something. But now we have a hibiscus flower? Okay. Well, let's get back on the path then. Alright, let's make our way toward Angler's Tunnel. It's going to be just over to the right. Conveniently, we can't go any farther right than about this point, because the water is too deep to move on. We need some kind of swimming apparatus to get any farther than that point, which we will get in our dungeon today, which is Angler's Tunnel. We're going to need our shield out for this first part, actually, because there's those guys from Tail Cave in here, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out right now. Oh, man. Guardian acorns pop up a lot around Angler's Tunnel for some reason. I don't quite understand it, actually. Whoa! Double teaming is not cool, you guys. Well, why don't I come up here and make him come to me? We're going to go up here first. We're not actually going to go in that door that just opened up. We're going to go up and around this little nook here, because we're going to need to get some small keys before we can move on, and those are going to be this way. Let's see, what's up here, actually? A map! At last you got a map. It only took less than a minute to get a map, but at last you have it. So we're going to have to do a Pegasus Boot Rock Feather combo jump here. Alright, I've been nailing those this talk through. I'm actually pretty pleased with myself. Whoop! Well, there goes that rupee, and rocks like this, you need to use bombs on them to crack them open. They're already cracked for you. You just have to do the rest of the work, and we're going to push this off into the water and get our first small key. But there's a few more to get along this path. We're eventually going to hit up on a dead end, which is just fine by me. I wouldn't want to go on this path too long. I'd start to get worried, probably. There we go. And same. Try not to get hit by the guys going around the room there. That'll get annoying. In fact, this room, is kind of a bother. But we have 2 small keys. That's going to get us through the first part of the dungeon. There we go. I hate those double hits like that. Ugh. And they'll do that a lot to you. Enemies will do that a lot in this dungeon. So try not to stand too close to deep water. Not yet, anyway. So let's jump back across and make our way back to where we started. Now we're going to go through that little door. You shimmy those little arms, Link. Link dude, as I named you. Okay, and then shield. Whoop. Not today, buddy. What? Did I get both? Okay, good. I got both the gels. Gotta do this to open the door up. And now we're going to get our compass, I believe, as we go through here. This is either a compass or a trap chest. I can never remember which. Wow, that Guardian Acorn lasted comparatively not very long. Thanks a lot, Gel, for holding me up there. And this is... well, I'll get the heart first, even though I don't think I lost any damage, technically, from anything that happened during the Guardian Acorn. Yes, yes, come to the new feature, tone, key, broom, yes, blah. Let's go this way first. What's in here? There is a key in here, so, good thing we came in, actually. I don't think it's going to be in the... it might be in the treasure chest, but... yeah, it's in the treasure chest. You have to open the door by killing all the water walking fellers. Yes, come down here so you may die. Alright, and then... actually, that treasure chest up there... I believe that's the stone slabs, so I'm not too worried about that. I didn't hear the compass tone when I entered the room, so... I'm not too worried about it being something important. And I think the hint is just something about diving in a certain area anyway. So once you get the item that allows you to dive, you'll pretty much be testing it everywhere. So you'll find something good eventually, I'm sure, if you test everything out. And there we go. There's our first... actually, that was our second key. Our keys are gone now. I was going to say, there's our first locked key going, or small key going to use on a locked door. Come down here, Stalfos. It's time for you to die. And you bouncy butterfly thing, whatever's up with you. But at least I can actually kill those things. And another Guardian Acorn. This isn't really a piece of power kind of place. And yes, you heard the tone for the key, but it's going to fall down a hole where we can't get to it yet. So I'm not too worried about it. Gonna keep moving on past some of this stuff. I should have known there would be a gel there to trip me up. You can actually get these guys to run into the water. Lure them into a trap. There you go. You don't even have to actually kill them. I mean, you could for rupees, I suppose, but it's more fun to make them kill themselves. Okay. Wait for the P-Hat to fly out of the way. P-Hats are fairly annoying until we get the boomerang, and that's not going to happen at least until we get our seashell prize, because our seashell prize will allow us to get rid of some things out of our inventory. Once we have it, we won't need certain things anymore, and then we'll be able to go get the boomerang. But until then, I'm just going to leave P-Hats alone, probably. It's too much to wait for them to land. This is a trap chest. Oh, wow, my memory is doing pretty well for here, actually. So, and over there is a dead end. That's like the nightmare room, but you can't access it from there. You're just kind of stuck on land. This part right here, there's another room like this, but they actually tell you, yeah, you have to step on these things in the right order. Let's see. And if you step on one in the wrong order, you have to start the sequence over again. Although it's too much trouble to do this right now because we don't have our water diving thing just yet. There's a small key. Now we can go fight the we can probably go fight the halfway boss as soon as we take a hit from this statue that's firing things at us. I got screwed there. Oh! Who made it? Who's the man? Oh, yes. Who is stupidly lucky sometimes? That's probably a better question. I should have just waited on the P-Hat. There I was just stupid. There was no luck about that. Nothing lucky there. So now we're going to go back, and now that we have that small key, we're going to ignore that 5-tile puzzle for a second, because there's another room later on that actually shows you where to step, and I think we're going to do that one first. But for now, they can walk through the stone slab. Alright, I guess. But up through here should be the mini-boss. And he is going to wade around the perimeter of the thing, and I'm going to catch up to him by using the Pegasus boots. I'm just going to keep the button held down until I can get around and charge him, because he's only vulnerable from the backside. Okay, he decided to keep going the way he's going. Pretty simple fight, actually. Let's make sure... Okay, he's still going to go clockwise. Alright. Man, he's making this easy for me. Okay, is he gonna... Nope! Sometimes he'll go ahead and he'll just turn around the way he's going. Sometimes he'll... Yeah, now he's going counterclockwise finally, but sometimes he'll stop and he'll hesitate, and he'll go the way he was going before, which gives you a little bit more time to catch up to him. It's a little harder to catch up to him if he doesn't hesitate on his directions. Like there. It's going to be a little bit, we got to make a run around the track, but I think we can do it. He shouldn't be too much longer this fight. This is kind of a tedious fight, but it is easy once you figure out you can only hit him from the back. And this is going to be our halfway point for this place. Let's pick up our well-earned fairy. I don't think we'll need to go back to the beginning for any reason. We're going to need our power bracelet now, because these things are going to shut up and trap us in here. But the way to get them to come apart is to pull on this with a power bracelet and then make a run for it as soon as that guy gets out of our way. Let's make a run for it. And alright, there we go. We got things firing and jumping at us from all comers. But as soon as the doors open, things stop firing at us and we get the flippers. We're going to have to go back and get some things now that we couldn't get before. If you press the B button while you're swimming, you can dive underwater. So let's hit the deep water. Let's go back here. First of all, we need to get a small key that we couldn't get earlier. And to get that key, it fell down this hole right here. So we're going to have to go over a room and down these stairs. And now, you will see the power of diving. We just come down here real quick. Wait on this thing to take us across. The suspense is just killing you, I know. But there's our small key, and now we can actually dip in the water. I'm not pressing B here. When you're swimming like this, you can just use the direction D-pad to swim up and down in the water. Where you need to press B to dive is on the isometric top-down view map. There we go. Oh my gosh. This place is all about the assault from all sides, I tell ya. There we go. Let's go back here, and we do have a few more things to do over here now. Why don't we just let him commit suicide? Ha ha ha, stupid kamikaze. Like this, we can get this over here now. And you can even avoid enemies this way. You can be right on top of them and they won't hit you because you're underwater. What's this? That's a couple rupees. It's 50. Very nice. I think this is actually what I wanted to come back and get. So... yeah, let's go ahead and keep going the way we were going. We can access a few things more easily now because we can swim. Water poses an obstacle for the first half of this dungeon, but after that, whoa, hello. Forgot I didn't have my sword out. But after that, it's a lot easier to get around this place once you can actually swim. Like, you can go from this screen to this screen now rather easily. I'm gonna not take the hit for a second there. And I'm gonna go around to here and grab myself some more treasure. I think this is also rupees. Very good. I think we're gonna be able to afford the bow once we get out of here, so that's looking up because we're gonna need that for the 5th dungeon. Go ahead and come over here now. And now we're gonna do a few tile puzzles. This one is done for us. And we have more enemies that we need to hit from the back. They're pretty hard right now because we have no way of getting rid of their protective armor at the moment. So right now we can only hit them from the back, and I think killing all of them is the only way to really open the door here. Ah, crap. I like the more atmospheric music of the Angler Tunnel better than the repeating Guardian Acorn ditty anyway. They change direction so quickly, it's hard to catch up to them a lot of the time. And if you hit them on their armor, they will freeze. Let's go ahead and jump this guy. And now just go from each tile. I'm going to ignore them for now. Unless it turns out that they give me something I need, so. Nope. They just open up the way for me. But let's go ahead and kill them regardless. See, very difficult right now. I don't think there's any situation yet where... Oh, yeah, and we got nothing from it. There's no situation yet where we have to deal with these guys. Oh, just leads back here. Okay, I see. But now we're going to go do the other one that doesn't show us which way we need to go. And to do that, we're just going to push the block over. We have easier access now to this side of the room. Now we're going to have to do this room on our own. And it will tell us when we've hit the right block, but not when we've hit the... Well, actually, it will tell you when you've hit the wrong one, because it won't make a sound like that. And you need the flippers, because you need to be able to go from this one to this... No. Okay. I think it's the top right one, actually, then. Nope. Okay, then we're going to do a kind of zig-and-zagging thing. They're going to make this as slow as possible, aren't they? See, that's why you need the flippers. You need to be able to swim back and forth from that one. And otherwise, once you get to that one, you can't jump off except to the second one. And the second one obviously does not repeat in the sequence. You watching me, Thwomp? You watching me, Cyclops Thwomp? Ha ha ha! Oh, he was so happy about getting me. I almost hate to disappoint him. Okay. And now just up and around to you. Well, okay, I'm going to have to work to make you come down, aren't I? There we go. This will probably lead to, like, the Nightmare Key or something. There we go. Excellent. The Nightmare's Key. Now you can open the door of the Nightmare's Lair. And what are we missing treasure-wise? Just the stone slab thing, so I think we can make our way onto the Nightmare now. It was going to be, if memory serves, we have a small key left. So let's avoid the pea-hats by ducking in the water. Just a simple button touch, but we couldn't have gotten there without the flippers. And we have access to the end of the level already. See, once you get the flippers, it all really comes together. Come here, Cheep Cheep. Only 1 rupee? I'll say. Really lives up to that name. Womp womp. Alright, and you can actually get your way through the water faster when you're in this side-scrolling mode by pressing A to jump. You can do a really fast surfacing type move. Not that Link has oxygen underwater to worry about, but it's just a faster way to make your way to the surface. More convenient, I'd say. Wow, well, it's convenient to have that for the boss. Not that I anticipate getting hit by him, because he is actually rather easy. But gonna go ahead and see if we can't pick up anything for the boss here. And now we're gonna go downstairs. This is actually gonna be a side-scrolling fight against a giant lanternfish. I'm gonna use the Rock's feathers so I can get away from him very easily if I need to. Blub, 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 blub. So let's just go ahead and wail on him. No pun intended. All you have to do is hit the little lantern thing. I'm not going to worry about getting the rupees right now, but he should be doing a little more charging. There we go. That's better. Now these blocks are going to fall from the sky. And I'm going to get rid of the minions as they come on the screen. Not that they really do anything either, but all you really need to do is sit there and just hit that over and over again, his little light. And we're going to get the heart container that sinks to the bottom. And make our way back to the top. Extremely easy boss. Easier than the mini-boss even, I'd say. So that's going to be all for today. We're going to pick up our instrument and we're going to say goodbye as we pick up the surf harp. Is this one of the pretty ones? Oh, that was pretty cool how it went all minor key, I guess. But we can definitely pick up some new things now that we're done here. So we're going to do a bit of exploring as we make our way to the bay. And we're going to have a bit of a side quest to do tomorrow, actually, before we are able to go there. So going to be a lot of errand running and side questing tomorrow. So I'll see you then.